Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the beautiful Makia Peninsula. The call out there. Welcome to the beautiful spaceport here in Makia Peninsula, owned by Jovian Space Systems. Today on the pad on LC3, we have Europa-9 on its second flight for the EOAEM mission. The EOAEM mission is for NOAA's Earth Observation Program. You may recall we attempted to fly this on the second flight of Europa-9. Yes, Europa-9. It's been that long. But unfortunately, it was scrubbed due to unfortunate weather that came in right as we were getting down into the most important minutes before launch. This mission will go to a 250 by 250 kilometer orbit. We have a 1 hour and 45-minute launch window. We will also be attempting a boostback, entry, and landing burn on today's mission. I am your commentator for today, Brandon. I am the COO here at Jovian Space Systems. So happy you can be here today. Just now 15 minutes. 15 minutes away from hopefully EOAEM finally getting off the ground. As I mentioned just before, we had a scrub on the first attempt at this mission. We could not fit it into our manifest for Europa-5, but now with an open manifest for Europa-9, we can launch it. So good to get this into the air so it can now study and do all of this cool science. Now I'm going to go into some of the science instruments here. We have some instruments that will monitor the rainfall in particular areas for a certain amount of time. Then it will monitor thunderstorms, lightning, and other stuff to do with that for a particular amount of time. Then it will then monitor some, get to that in a second there. It will get to natural disasters to end its life, with climate change and pollution being fit right in the middle there. So a lot of cool science on this mission. NOAA has definitely worked extremely hard on this. We are so happy that they have chosen us to fly this on Europa-9. We have someone in chat saying good luck. Thank you for that. That goes a long way. Just around 13 minutes before launch. Weather does not appear to be an issue today. It appears to be a picture-perfect day, and certainly a good one to watch Europa-9 break the clouds. Even though there are very slim amounts of clouds. There we go, Europa engines are primed. So going back to the COPVs from earlier, composite overwrapped pressure vessels, these hold a lot of single point to failure valves and pressurization things that definitely you need to be your friend on a launch day. If it's not, you can't fly. Engines are primed, meaning that it is getting ready for the ignition coming up soon. But question here, is this a game or real life? So this is a game called Kerbal Space Program. However, it's modded heavily. How do we get the ventilation? Well, so those vents are from the fuel. The fuel is super chilled. And we also vent the fuel to reduce
initial FTS checkouts.
To reduce the risk of anything going wrong inside the tanks. Initial FTS checkouts. The flight termination system will blow the vehicle up in case of need. Certainly do not want that today.
Mahia tracking station has a two-way link with Europa.
Mahia tracking station now has a two-way link, meaning that the vehicle is now communicating, is now sending, and is receiving data from Mahia control and is sending its data to Mahia control. These are all, this is very important for the launch.
Mahia ADA's initial alignment has started.
ADA's initial alignment has started. ADA's is more of an aviation term. It is part of the gyroscope system, which will help make sure the vehicle does not spin out of control. So, definitely don't want that. So, seems like everything proceeding well. We are under now T-minus 10 minutes. You're about to get into the final minutes of the count where things will become a lot more important and a lot more, and mission controllers will pick up their paces here. If anyone has any questions, please put them in chat. We will do our best to answer them. So, is this mission planned to take a satellite to Jupiter? No, it is not. This mission will take a Earth observation satellite to a 250 by 250 kilometer orbit above Earth's surface.
Europa sea level and Europa vac pogo bleed procedure. RCS testing underway.
Good news there. RCS controls the vehicle. So, going back to that question about Jupiter, our company name is Jovian. Jovian is basically the plural of Jupiter.
Power is at a nominal consumption rate?
So, no, this mission will not be going to Jupiter today, but hopefully one day we will be going to Jupiter, and it will be Jovian Space Systems going to Jupiter. I can't wait for that. Just about 8 minutes away. You heard that.
Checkouts to switch to internal power.
Checkouts to switch to internal power. Everything seems to be going well. Pretty soon we should be seeing that launch.
Weather is go at this time.
And weather is go at this time, meaning that weather will not be a factor, hopefully, in today's launch. As I said a lot earlier, this mission scrubbed before due to weather violations, but that doesn't seem like that will happen today. You can see some clouds coming in the
9 sea level Europes are at flight temperatures, ready for ignition at 1.5 seconds.
Ready for ignition at 1.5 seconds. That's when all 9 Europes on the first stage will ignite to carry the vehicle into orbit today.
Recovery areas are clear for launch.
Good news there, recovery areas are clear, meaning that no boats, no nothing are
COPV have been pressurized for flight.
COPVs have been pressurized for flight. Sounds like it was done good. So
Switch
hopefully
over
those
to
will
internal
be
power.
Oh, we should be hearing that switch to internal power. We should be hearing that confirmation that the vehicle is on internal power. We'll see that hopefully shortly.
Vehicle is on internal power.
Vehicle on internal power. All power from the strongback has now disconnected, meaning that Europa-9 is powering itself. 5 minutes here. Everything proceeding well.
ADIRS is now aligned.
Aiders have aligned. Gyroscopes have aligned. Hopefully soon we should have fueling closeouts.
Ground gas closeouts have started.
Ground gas closeouts have started, meaning that all of the excess propellants that are on the ground or in the pipes have started to clear.
So ADIRS is showing data within expected ranges.
Is Europa-9 going to be in a polar orbit? This mission will not be going to a polar orbit today, but that's a great question. Sorry about that. It actually is, to get better coverage of the Earth. Sorry about that. So what is this rocket called? This rocket is called Europa-9. We've had 3 iterations of this rocket, starting
Final
with
fuel top-off.
Final fuel top-off. Get to that in a second here. Europa-9 is the 3rd iteration from Europa-1 to Europa-5, and now Europa-9.
FTS has been armed.
FTS has been armed. Now it can explode the vehicle at a moment's notice. Final fuel top-off, meaning that we are almost full with propellant.
Top-off valve has closed. Vehicle is now fully loaded with propellant.
And right on cue, the vehicle is fully loaded with propellant, and the top-off valve has closed. That top-off valve will keep replenish the tanks, but that's not needed anymore as we are fully loaded. How many missions will there be for the Earth for this? This is
flight computers are communicating with ground computers. Automatic checkouts are underway.
Automatic checkouts, good news there. 3 minutes. This will be a 1 satellite constellation for now, though there could be more in the future. With fueling closeouts done.
Lamps have disconnected. Strongback is retracting to 87.5 degrees pre-launch position.
Strongback is retracting to 87.5 degree pre-launch position. There you can see it on your screen. Great view there. A lot of those systems have now disconnected. Be quiet here for the go-no-go poll.
Final go-no-go poll for launch. Range. Range is go. Propellant. Propellant is go. Propulsion. Propulsion is go. LD is go for launch.
We are go for launch.
Tanks are pressurizing for flight.
Of EOAEM. Good news there. Oh, we are in a loss of signal. And there you go, the return of signal with onboard cameras 90 seconds away.
Engine sensors are green. Go for ignition.
You didn't hear it, but the final purging and engine chill was started. That will chill.
Your 9 Europa sea level and Europa back final engine chill has started. Engine bay purging. Tab canisters are ready to ignite.
So a lot of call outs here.
Tanks are at flight temperatures and pressures.
I'm going to be quiet here as we watch the launch of Europa-9 for the second
is in
time.
Flight computers have taken
EOAEM.
over the count. Final verification has verified that we are go for launch. Flight data is now logging. Ground gas closeouts have completed. Europa engines are configured for flight.
Configured for flight. Here we go.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. Liftoff.
We've had ignition and
go Jovian
liftoff.
Space Systems. Go Europa-9.
Liftoff of Europa-9 with EOAEM. Great views here.
Vehicle is pitching downrange. Avionic power and telemetry nominal.
Vehicle is pitching downrange.
Europa propulsion is nominal.
Europa propulsion is nominal. 9 Europes, from the sounds of it, have ignited at full thrust.
Trajectory is nominal.
EOAEM finally off the ground. Vehicles starting to accelerate more and more as we get higher into the atmosphere. Everything going well, hopefully.
Propellant levels are nominal.
Propellant levels are nominal. There you go. You can see some of that engine exhaust.
Vehicle is supersonic.
Expansion. Supersonic. Vehicles pass the speed of sound. Really see that there. That's an amazing shot.
Vehicle is passing through max Q.
And max Q, maximum aerodynamic pressure. This is the period of maximum stress that the vehicle will have for its liftoff today. Pretty shortly here we should have main engine cutoff and a stage separation. And then the single Europa vacuum engine should ignite.
MECO.
Here you go, there's MECO.
Stage separation confirmed.
Stage separation confirmed. Clean stage sep. Stage 2 Europa vacuum engine has ignited.
Stage 2 ignitions.
And there you go, there's stage 1 multi-view. You can see that Europa vacuum engine and that stage 1 boost back. And boost back shut down.
Boost back shut down. Grid fins
and
deploying.
Those grid fins have deployed. From the looks of it, we've had a nominal stage 1 ascent burn, with the second stage now carrying EOAEM.
Fairing separation confirmed.
Fairing separation confirmed. Those fairing halves now jettisoned, exposing EOAEM to the vacuum of space for the first time. That first stage coming down, that second stage heading into orbit. 2 entirely different missions here, but both of them are
Stage 1 and 2 are following a nominal trajectory.
Nominal trajectory, that's great news there. We are not...
Stage 1 apogee.
Stage 1 has hit apogee, meaning that it's hit its highest point in its orbit, now coming down. We should have a vehicle reorientation, hopefully here soon. There you go. You can see the view of Earth from both cameras now. Stage 2 continuing on into orbit. Stage 1 hopefully gonna come back down and have a hard splashdown at roughly 450 kilometers per hour.
SES-1.
SES-1, second stage engine shutdown. Europa engine shutdown. Great news there. Here we go. We are focusing now on stage 1 as it comes back under 50 kilometers. Stage 2 has done its job for now. It's really exciting.
Entry burn startup.
There's the entry burn, slowing the
shutdown.
vehicle down. Entry burn shut down. Grid fins now doing a lot of work. Vehicle is still speeding up, but we should start seeing that slow down here. Although this is a good sign, we are maintaining stable flight, passing through 15 kilometers altitude, breaking those clouds.
Landing burn startup.
There's a landing burn, slowing the vehicle down dramatically. Oh, this looks good. This looks real good. Maintaining stable flight. And
Stage 1 has impacted the ocean.
We've had a hard splashdown, but it maintained stable flight and a good re-entry burn and an amazing landing burn. What a way to cap off the ascent. And now we are waiting for stage 2 for the coast phase to reignite to continue to bring EOAEM into orbit. We are probably going to go into a coast phase here as we still have around 144 kilometers to go before we hit our apoapsis, highest point in the orbit. That is where we reignite that engine.
Expected loss.
Expected LOS. But until then, we will be here. And sit back and relax and enjoy the beautiful music. First phase expected to last around 16 minutes. So not a lot today.
Signal has returned.
Signal has returned. That's a good sign. We are now entering the coast phase. Sit back and relax. Enjoy the music. Welcome back, everyone, to the launch of EOAEM for NOAA. I'm going to do a quick recap as to what happened earlier before we have, hopefully, an SES-2 bringing EOAEM to its new home. We had a nominal liftoff with all 9 engines lifting off, with all 9 engines igniting at full thrust. Everything went well.
Talent is at nominal levels.
Then we had a great stage step with a good second engine, with a good main and with a good second stage engine start. Then we had the stage 1 on its amazing way home, which Mission Control did confirm during that coach phase. We had an early shutdown of that engine, so we did have a little harder splashdown than we wanted, but we completed a lot of the main objectives we wanted. The even greater one is to bring EOAEM, the first ever customer launched payload by Europa-9, to its intended orbit and to get it deployed. With just around
LD is go for SES-2.
15 kilometers until that SES-2, we had that go. So hopefully soon we should be seeing that, and that Europa vacuum engine reignition. So everything will be good. Really good first operational flight for Europa-9. Nothing out of the ordinary, no anomalies, nothing like that were stated or seen. So it sounded like an amazing way to begin the program operationally. Eight kilometers to go. All systems performed well and are performing well.
Stage 2 is on a nominal trajectory.
Nominal trajectory call. All you see now is the blackness of space. Just over T plus 21. And oh wow, that is incredible. We have one of the rarest conjunctions ever. Jupiter, Mars, and Venus are all in alignment there. Jupiter being your first one on the left, Mars in the middle, and Venus on the right. Venus in the middle, Mars on the right. Wow, that's amazing. It's insane that our cameras can pick that up from this far away. There you can see some of the outlines. You can see which each are. But an incredible sight to see, and hopefully in 1 kilometer we will have that SES2, which will be an even better sight to see. There we go, 250 coming up on that burn. Any second now should have that burn. Very nerve-wracking here.
SES2.
There you go. There's that burn.
SECO2.
And shut down. Waiting for that nominal orbital insertion call.
Nominal orbital insertion.
Nominal orbital insertion. EOAEM has its home. Awaiting that go for payload deploy, and the payload deploy.
LD is go for payload deployment.
Go for payload deploy.
Command has been sent for payload deployment.
Command has been sent, and EOAEM has deployed after a month of waiting patiently on the ground. EOAEM now has its home in space. We may be attempting a deorbit burn here once those aiders control that spin.
Expected loss.
Expected LOS with the vehicle, and there you go, there's that LOS. Should be getting that back shortly though.
Signal has returned.
Signal has returned, vehicle has stopped spinning. Coming up on that deorbit burn here.
Vehicle has reorientated for deorbit burn. LD is go for deorbit burn. Deorbit burn command has been sent.
Deorbit burn.
Deorbit burn startup. Deorbit burn shutdown.
And with the remaining propellant that the second stage had, we have successfully deorbited the second stage after deploying EOAEM into its 250 by 250 kilometer orbit. After a successful flight of Europa-9, we will now end
Nominal deorbit burn.
Nominal deorbit burn confirmed. We will now end the stream. I have been Brandon, the COO LEO for Jovian Space Systems. We hope you have a good rest of your day and tune in for the next launch coming up soon. Goodbye, everyone.